destiny. Every time it's on everything, the life you choosing, I'm cheddering. No matter the form of the weaponry, gotta keep stalking my destiny. Time's getting worse, I'm bettering. My sin is secure, ain't no tethering. I ain't gonna stop till I rest in peace and they put a hold on my great lettering. Every time, I ain't lay back unless I'm in my 300. Circle is little, cause I keep it 100. Minus my issues, I'm so hard when I'm on it. 100% ain't enough, I get 200. Every time, know what I'ma run from. I'm that one opponent, you don't want none from. Manual van where my strength get pumped from. So let's go back to the child of God. Standing toe to toe, no hiding out. The Lord is with me, you can't fight the rock. I got the sauce, you want my to hide. The destiny mine, I'ma stalk it out. The strength is happening, you just bought it out. You giant carcass, I'ma walk it out. You gon' be wishing that you wouldn't have caught me out. Cause every time be on that throw down, let's get us a showdown. Come and get some, I got another go around. Big as it is, so hard they go down. Since destiny something we can't change, but quitting will stop you from great gains. And faith will make capable great things. I done decided to break pain. Lives around and call me on my A game, so it's me like the A train. The thing that I'm stalking on, I gotta maintain. I'm by myself, I don't gang bang. When you wanna get in my crown, then I'm down every time, not just now and then. Yeah, I heard you got your thousands, but me, yo, I got my 10,000s. God gave me dreams doing that I would chase.
I'm steady chasing, I'm staying focused on what I'm gonna be. I'm making it up, but I won't lose heart. Cause I'm still stuck in my destiny. I'm still stuck in my destiny.
Good afternoon, BFAM1096.com. What up, Facebook? And how y'all doing out there on YouTube or wherever you are tuning in at? This is Tea Time with Tara, live and on air. I am your host, Tara M. Williams, the voice of faith, hope, love, and leadership. Here we discuss business and Bible basics. We believe that you have a voice and it needs to be heard. Please be sure to head over to my YouTube page if you haven't already. Like and subscribe to the channel at Stalk Your Destiny. If you're listening live, be sure to let somebody know I'm live every Monday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Here we believe you have a voice and it needs to be heard, which I think I just said. Also, on my YouTube page, catch my show, Tea Time with Tara Show. Where I interview guests there and ask them what they need on their journey to stalking their destiny. You can catch season 1 and season 2 of that show already up. We are gearing up for season 3, which will air later this spring. By the way, y'all, Happy New Year. How was your New Year? If you celebrate it, okay? Happy New Year to those of you who do acknowledge it. And I hope that you have that you increase in your faith, that you grow in your hope, and that you express more love and receive more love this year, and that you become a better leader too. All right. So welcome to Tea Time with Tara, live and on air. I am your host, and I am the voice of faith, hope, love, and leadership. I'm trying to get a code too, y'all. So excuse me if I do start sounding a little confused, because I'm also focusing on delivering well for you guys today. As we always do. Well, first of all, shout out to my company, Stalk Your Destiny, for sponsoring our show this month. We are in January 2025. And so if you haven't visited stalkyourdestiny.com, take a chance, take a moment and check that out. But as we always do, I'm going to start the show off with a food for thought quote from my book, ABCs to Stalk Your Destiny. Okay, and so the food for thought quote today, or for this week, it's from the chapter titled Routine. Okay, this book goes from A to Z on what you need to stalk your destiny. Okay, and so the food for thought quote of the day today says, "You will not suddenly fall in love with the things that simply must be done in your life so you can get to the places you hope to reach." And I'll say that again. You will not suddenly fall in love with the things that simply must be done in your life so you can get to the places you hope to reach. Okay. And this is about routine. And as we're starting off this new year, guys, what I know that people are typically doing is they're doing vision board parties. They're getting this vision board together. But what we're not doing is addressing our routine. We're like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym this year. I'm going to lose, 15 pounds. I'm going to fast, making all of these plans, but not actually changing your lifestyle in it. Okay. And so recognizing that the things that, like, the lifestyle you want to live and the things that you want in that require you to do things you don't want to do. Like, if I say, okay, I'm going to go to the gym every morning, well, guess what? You got to get up every morning so that you can be at the gym at the time that you want to be there. And so you're not going to just be like, oh, I'm so happy to be up at 4 a.m. Oh my gosh, it's so wonderful. It's so beautiful. Some of you may be, some of you are morning people. You may just love that, However, the things that just simply must be done, like, let's see, we're getting ready in America, I believe, for the tax season, and in that, people are not happy to keep their books. People are not happy to use QuickBooks or, keep records of their spending and their income. And so now when this time comes, you're not just like, oh, I'm just so happy to do this. You won't just fall in love with doing it, but you will need to get it done so that you can live the life that you desire to live. So you won't suddenly fall in love with things, but if you baby step your way into it, maybe focus in on the results of having the routine in place. And some things that I talk about with clients in Stalk Your Destiny is find out, you guys, for this new year, right? New year, new season, new month, new week, right? Find out what your best time of day is, and then figure out how you can maximize on that time of day, doing the things that need to get done, right? So some people say do the hard things in first, which I do. I say that too. Do whatever is hard or difficult first, right? But now I'm even leaning more towards do whatever you gravitate towards first, because if your mind goes to it, your body can follow. And we tend to stop ourselves from falling into a routine. And I don't mean into bad habits. I mean that we're naturally going into a routine. Some of us naturally wake up between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. And what we do is we force ourselves to return back to sleep. You force your body to go into a new sleep cycle by snoozing. And I don't mean snoozing where you're actively waking yourself up to new levels, but you're snoozing in regard to literally trying to fall back asleep. And so be mindful of that, that you can baby step your way into a new routine. As long as you are gradually going forward, as long as you are sticking to your results that you desire. In anything, y'all, we're not even talking about just business or working, your life in general, right? Be sure and be mindful that you are gradually taking steps forward in whatever you're putting forth effort in. Okay. Be sure that it doesn't matter if you're baby stepping. Okay. It's all about the idea that you are still moving forward in that area. Okay. And so you won't suddenly fall in love with the things you have to do. And even in relationships, like if you have to merge your life with your life partner, or merge your life with your current partner, or whatever the case may be, in that you're not going to be in love with adjusting. But if you're in love with the idea that you get to spend your life with that person, or your time with that person, or your energy or efforts, then give yourself some grace, give them some grace, and go forward in that, and learn to love the routine or the rigmarole, that's going on there. Okay, so you will not suddenly fall in love with the things that simply must be done in your life so that you can get to the places you hope to reach. What you've got to do in that is just make sure that you keep in mind the places you want to reach. When people say, well, what's your why? What's your why? Why are you doing this? Figure that out, really. And not even figuring out what's your why, but what do you want out of it? Because your why could be, well, I'm doing this for my family. Well, what do you want to get out of it for your family? So there's still, there's an extra or an added why. I'm doing this to be financially secure. Why? And so that's like digging deeper. I read somewhere in another book, I believe it's called Tuesday Morning Coaching. I love that book. In Tuesday Morning Coaching, I think that's the right book that I'm referring to. In there, I believe that it was like you ask why 7 times, pretty much. You dig deeper into what's going on. And that way you can be assured about yourself, y'all. And so with this show, focusing on faith, hope, love, and leadership, the leadership capacity of having a routine in place, actively going after that, baby stepping your way into it, is how we get to the next level of stalking our destiny. Okay, so be mindful of that. Now, you guys, we have been reading a devotional every week. Every Monday, we're doing a devotional from my series of books called Earthly Branches, a 12-book devotional series, right? And so today, this show was actually set up for the Monday before New Year's Eve, okay? And so what we're going to do today is I'm going to read from my book, Permeate, Rants and Lessons on Life and Love. All these books can be purchased, the Earthly Branches devotional series, the ABCs to Stalk Your Destiny, Permeate, and more can all be purchased at my website, www.stalkyourdestiny.com/shop. You can get any of my books at that website, or you can go simply to Amazon.com and search Tarah, TARAHM Williams, and you can find all of my books available there at Amazon.com as well. Okay. Next week, we probably will be back on a new devotional, but I'll announce that at that time. So for today, I'm going to go through Permeate, Rants and Lessons on Life and Love. And I'm going to start here with the chapter that's titled Open Honesty. Okay, as soon as I can find it, because I marked it for you guys. Okay, open honesty. Let's see what this says. It says, take nothing for granted. Take nothing in life for granted. Okay, this is open honesty, y'all. Something for you out to think on, okay? Take nothing in life for granted. Things come for reasons and seasons. Okay, some even last a lifetime. Be willing to look beyond the surface of situations. Our feelings run deep like oceans. We can be tossed about or we can flow smoothly. Things aren't always what they seem. I thank God that at the end of the day, He is concerned with the condition of all our lives. He has the best in store for us. The storms of life can be so destructive, yet bring about the most beautiful views. Yet some of the worst storms come after a beautiful calm as well. Okay. Some say choose your battles. I believe that our battles choose us also. Our hearts push for us to protect it. Our dreams push for us to make them reality. Our children push for us to secure them a place in the future. We hold the keys. We must make the decisions of what we will fight for, and then we must fight. A fight before a decision of sides could prove to be a fight in vain. Choosing a side during a fight could lead to destruction of the very thing we ultimately desired in the first place. There is a time for everything. I don't know who this is for, y'all, okay? There is a time for everything. The sun rises and sets without fail each and every day. Seasons come and they must depart. There is nothing new under the sun. As I go and grow through the many things as I go and grow through the many things this life I live will offer, I am learning that there is no reason to worry about anything. Y'all, let everything be. Let it be. My mother always quoted an old school principal of mine who used to say, don't sweat the small stuff because it's all small stuff. And I referenced that. That's a book for you guys too as well, for adults, teens as well. This means more to me now than anything. I cannot change a thing about what someone else thinks of me. Regardless to relationship, their thoughts and feelings are their own. I don't have to take ownership of what they feel. They are entitled to have feelings and thoughts. I can choose to defend it or accept it as their truth. It took years to learn this and lots of battles, okay? Defeat makes me wiser and stronger because I am willing to learn from every situation. I'm okay with knowing someone doesn't feel as I do. I'm okay being the only person who believes in me and my future. I am okay being the only person on my team. I know my roles. I accept my titles. I play my part. I am acting on what I have learned. I am allowing others to be themselves and be truthful with themselves. I'm not always right about them. We all make mistakes. I'm okay knowing that I'm not perfect. I strive to treat people the way I want to be treated. I give love, hope, inspiration, encouragement, and honesty. I am allowing who I am to shine in all situations, not to overshadow anyone, but to be truthful to myself and something I haven't done in years. Oh, to be truthful to myself, which is something I haven't done in years, right? I am finding my way back to me, and I hope you're finding your way back to you too. I only want people in my life that want to be here. I only want to help those who want help. I only want to please and honor God. I only want to be me and be accepted for who I am, not for what others want me to be for them. I want love for all and happiness within self for all. I am a child of God on a mission to set captives free. Okay, y'all. So that was titled Open Honesty in my book Permeate. These are rants and lessons on life and love. And the thing about that is really that I hope that by sharing that with you guys, that something in it resonated with you and that you are able to find a way to be open and honest with yourself. And about what you want. You know, most people don't get asked, like, really, what do you want? What do you desire for yourself? You know, and be free to answer that, free to respond without judgment. Okay. So this years ago, when I wrote this book, that was my place of open honesty. So I hope that helped you, and I hope that freed you up in some type of way for you to go forward in what you want in your life and where you are in your life. Okay. Be honest about who you are and where you are. And if that changes, so fucking what? Life changes. The only thing that's evident in this life is that it's going to change. Change is the only constant in life. And so you have a right to change your mind. You have a right to become a better human being. You have a right to make a mistake and get back up and fix it. Okay. So be open and be honest with yourself. All right. I wanted to share with you guys too. I don't celebrate much, and I'm learning to celebrate more. Okay. So I'm learning to celebrate my wins, my small wins, because I'm used to checking off of a to-do list, and I'll just keep going and go right to the next item on the list, the next task on my agenda. So I'm learning to celebrate more. And so I wanted to let you guys know where I've been with this show. Okay. And I'm not sure if my numbers are accurate anymore because I think I missed a show, but we have been on BFAM 109.6.com, I believe about 22 shows. This may be the 23rd show, I believe. And we've been live for 18 shows, right? So we missed a couple of shows during the weeks that we've been with BFAM 109.6.com. But we started, y'all, with 47,000 listeners. We started with 47,000 listeners. And even last week, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for telling somebody about what you're listening to, what you're getting out of this show. We have gone over 180,000 listening devices, y'all. So keep tuning in, keep chiming in, keep telling people about it, keep sharing about this show, because that's excellent. That excelled where my goal was for the show. And so I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being here and being a part of my journey as I get to impart upon your life. Okay. And then on Facebook, we've had multiple of the videos going live, hit over 500 views. That may not be a lot for you guys. No, it's not viral. I don't care about being viral. I care about reaching lives and changing lives. And I have never had just a live video of mine reach 500 people. And so that is a huge deal for me. So again, thank you guys for tuning in, sharing, watching. I really do hope that what I'm sharing on this show is changing your life. I really hope that what we discuss here is adding joy to you, faith, hope, love, peace of mind, and all of that. So I just wanted to say thank you for being here with me on this journey. I'm excited about it, and I'm excited about what God is doing for this year with Tea Time with Tara, live and on air, for the Tea Time with Tara show, and for the Tea Time with Tara community gatherings that we have, that we've been having back in St. Louis, Missouri. All right. So now I'm going to continue with Permeate, rants and lessons on life and love. I'm going to read you guys another part where I titled it Yes to God. Okay. And this is just, again, I'm reading these things to you guys because I did not choose a devotional for January just yet for what we're going to study for January. I will choose that later today. And I'll let you guys know next Monday, but also because this was set up for the show before New Year's Eve. All right. So this one says, it's titled Permeate, after the book. And it says, months before I began writing this book, even before I knew I would write it, I was lacking. So let me know if you resonate with any of this, okay? I felt such a void in my heart and in my life. I was dealing with many bad cycles of things. My husband was leaving me. My OCD and anxiety were at an all-time high. I had just started working my first job in 4 years, and everything that could go wrong did go wrong. I knew something had to change. I was tired of living like this, tired of feeling alone, tired of putting my sons before myself. I was tired of feeling empty, y'all. I knew about the power of God. I had a relationship with God. I used to sit in a room with a bench and a TV, as complacent as I could be, and I would just read all day and stay in his presence. This was before I became a wife and a mother. But I noticed that in that time, I felt fulfilled. I felt like I was in tune with God's words, and I was in line with the purpose he had over my life. But somewhere along the way, from that young woman to the woman I grew to become, I lost sight of things. God was still a part of my life, but I grew to question his will so much. My marriage was such a battlefield that I questioned God on why he even directed me to this. There were so many unanswered questions and thoughts about why my marriage was the way it was, and things just kept happening to the point where I wondered if I should even trust God. Sometimes we can get so caught up in the now that we miss the messages that God is showing us. Or we get so caught up in the things that tempt us that we forget to open our eyes to see that God provided a way out. I never would describe my walk with God as perfect. I would say that I have been a vessel all my life, and during the times I have failed, it was only God's grace that pulled me back up again. My life has always been about the example. I vowed to God a long time ago that I would be a living sacrifice. As a child or young adult, I had no clue what I was signing up for. And to this day, I am still being used by God, because here we are, y'all. Okay, here we are. So there was a void in my life that I noticed a few months before I wrote this book, which I wrote this book years ago, you guys, okay? I needed to do something about it. I was no longer in control of anything. I had no power. One would think by looking at my life, all was well. One would think, and that things were finally good for me. I had figured out that my calling was to be a life coach and to minister to people's lives in that way. My company is known by Stalk Your Destiny, and I focus on allowing people to find their identity and purpose here on earth. All my passion and joy were in this, and those near and dear to me were happy for me. So I was good in that area of my life. It wasn't perfect, but I was constantly growing my platform and business, right? So I had finally gotten a job and put my kids in childcare. This created a level of respect from my husband and caused a sense of independence for me. My job required 4 weeks of training, but by week 2, I was asked to resign the position. Okay, let me make sure I didn't skip any pages. Yes. By week 2, I was asked to resign the position. My husband requested that I move out and that we separate. Okay, y'all, life was getting hard. Life was lifing, okay? Things with the kids weren't going well at all. This was due to developmental and behavioral issues and challenges with my oldest, and all 3 of them being nonverbal at the time. If anybody knows anything about the autism spectrum, okay? The little piece of hope I had finally gained was shattered. I didn't know which way was up. After about 2 months at home, I had gotten my job back, put my kids in a child care center, and enrolled my oldest in the special education program at a nearby school. Everything was in place and there was order. My husband moved out as well, so the battle zone was a little less shaky. Okay. Nevertheless, things continued to spiral downward. The kids were sick. The husband and I were fighting. Schools were closing due to weather. And there was a break-in at my house the day before Thanksgiving. I was late to work, leaving early or missing days because I had put my family first. So much went on during this time in my life. Having OCD and anxiety on top of all that had me spinning out of control. Something had to give, y'all. So with the new year coming in, I knew I needed to focus. I wanted peace. If I was going to handle everything that was on my plate, I needed to find balance. So balance is defined as an even disruption of weight, enabling someone or something to remain upright and steady, right? You know, people say, like, I just want to stand on my own 2 feet. Okay, I need balance. I didn't want to fall or for my house to fall from the destruction of the tornado we found ourselves in. But more than that, even with balance, I desired more. I needed forward movement and direction. Okay. So as a life coach, I decided to make balance my word for the new year. And I can share with y'all later what the word for the new year is this year for Stalk Your Destiny. But balance at the time was my word for the new year. Not only as it is defined, but also as an acronym that would motivate me to keep balance. Okay. And I hope this motivates you all too. The acronym was believe, achieve, lead, attain, nurture, coach, and expand. Even with this, I had figured out how to do these things and how to fill the void in my heart. Okay, let me see. I had to figure those things out. Okay. So from this acronym, the word believe being first on the list stuck out, and I just pondered on it to see why this word keeps hitting me in the face. What does it mean to believe, y'all? Believe what? The only thing I knew to do was to go to the definition, which says accept something as true, feel sure of the truth, to have faith, confidence, and trust. All right, y'all? Now, this took me all the way back to a conversation I had with a trusted male friend of mine only days before I started my job for the second time. During this talk, there was so much insight given. Even while I write this book, I'm still learning. This is when you come to understand that there are people in this world whose words have power, not because of they themselves, but because of the God that dwells within them, y'all. Okay? Don't take the people in your life for granted, or the things that they say, you know, for granted if you truly value them and something resonates with you from what they share with you. Okay. The first thing he said to me was believe. And I was about to begin work as a collector, and my friend told me to speak accounts into existence. Although I did this in hopes of gaining a bonus check for commission, I soon found that was not the case, y'all. Okay, but God remained faithful because I was consistently a top collector for the client file that I worked on. So it kept me in good standing with the company when life at home interrupted my attendance, y'all. And so the last thing I want to share just from this chapter of the book just says, another thing that my friend spoke to me was something from Romans 17. He told me to speak those things that be not as though they were. And so with this, I hope that you got something from it in terms of believing, in terms of finding balance. If you're dealing with something that's hard or a change, you know, we're all walking into this new year. And so we've got to be willing to let go of what took place last year. We've got to be willing to let go of the upsets of things. Be willing to let go of people, places, and things that no longer serve us. Like when we're talking about a routine, get out of So what's easy to do, right, with routine? It's easy to fall back into the same old routine that's not serving you, it's not taking you any direction towards what you want to do or become with your life, right? So in speaking those things that be not as though they were, we're activating our faith in that. Okay. And so in activating our faith, oh, I'm going forward so fast. In activating your faith, you've got to see, like, do I really believe in what I'm doing? Because again, with the routine, you're not just going to be in love with what needs to be done. So do I believe in what I'm doing? You know, do I want to do it? Is this truly what I desire? Be okay and be comfortable in this year, y'all. This is a whole new year. Be okay and be comfortable with checking in with yourself, asking you the questions other people are not asking you. Do I love this? Am I happy here? Am I happy with this? You know, be mindful of that and be okay with that. All right. So let me see. Donations. Oh, you guys. So if you want to, as I said, this show, this month right now is sponsored by Stalk Your Destiny. So if you want to get any of the books that I have written and share with you guys, any of my Earthly Branches daily devotionals from that series, or if you want to, if you're interested in merchandise or anything like that with Stalk Your Destiny, you can visit stan.store/stalkyourdestiny.com. I'm sorry, that's not right. I just said that completely wrong. Two different things. For the books, you can go to www.stalkyourdestiny.com/shop. But if you want to purchase merchandise or actually this book you can download for free at stan.store/stalkyourdestiny. Permeate is available for you to download for free there. And also if you check out if you check out stan.store/stalkyourdestiny, and that's STAN for Stan. If you check that out, you can also find other ways to work with me. If you need to have a virtual tea with me, if you need to have a coaching session with me, if you need to talk things out, okay? You can book those sessions there if you like. Now let's see our business topic, y'all, because this is like always my favorite topic. Our business topic still comes from Permeate. Again, this was the show that was supposed to be the last show of the year. So we're just getting into it. I'm just getting y'all started for this new year. Since we're just getting started, we're going to get started on a good track, on a good foot. We're going to work on our routines, work on our self-assessments. What do I want? What do I feel? Am I okay with? Okay. Work on those things, believing. And one of the things that my friend told me when I wrote that chapter 2 was to believe 3 times harder than you work. Can you believe that? Believe 3 times harder than you work. Yeah, believing alone is not going to make it happen, but believing and working towards it, growing in your faith, guys. Growing in your faith, and then finding your own balance. Now, let me tell you something about balance as well before we get into the business topic. Something about balance is that balance is not your balance. Your balance for your own life is not based on someone else's life around you. I don't care what example you have. I don't care who you admire. I don't care who your coach is or your mentor. You have to figure out what your balance looks like. That's like if we are making a cake, right? And I don't bake, but if you're making something, right? You want to put in these ingredients. Well, what if you like to have a little more of something to make it like, what if you like sour cream to make it moist? What if you like a vanilla extract, to make it a little sweeter, or have a little zesty flavor to it? You add lemon zest to it or something, right? You've got to find the best way to cook is to cook from the heart, right? And so the best way to find balance in your own life is to find that by figuring out how much of what you can take, how much of what you desire to have, and then making sure that does not overflow what you can handle on your plate, unless the overflow is what you are blessing the lives of others with. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. Balance is all about what you put on your own plate. You get to pick what you want on your plate. You get to decide how much of X, Y, and Z you want on your plate. Your plate does not have to be identical to anyone else's plate around you. It is about you, what you desire, where you desire to go with your life, and what you can handle. Okay? And then also make sure that the foundation you stand on with that you're putting your footing on, make sure that you're standing on a firm foundation. And hopefully that foundation is God over everything. Okay. Hopefully that foundation is on the word of God, or, on your faith in God. But something that's sturdy and stable for you to stand on, because nobody wants to exist on shaky ground. Okay. So let's get into stepping into your wealth. I'm going to read this as fast. It's not so long, but I'm still going to read it as fast as I can. And go over this with you guys for your week. Okay. This might set you up for the month or the year too, which is my goal. I hope that I'm setting you up to be able to go after your destiny, stalk your destiny, and win at life, y'all. Win at life. Okay. So stepping into your wealth. It says it's the most wonderful time of the year, the end of the year, the fourth quarter. We're down to the last few weeks of the year, and we're about to go to the starting lines of the next year. We're at the starting lines now. Okay, we're here. We started. Okay. I want people to know and be encouraged that everything you want to become, you already are. And that's what we believe here at Stalk Your Destiny. You already have everything in you that you need to go further, to forge further in your life, in your business, in your mission, in your ministry. You must own it. Okay. December of each year is a time to plan, to prep, to flex, to get ready, to stretch, and to shake everything off from the year, and to prepare to go into the next year full of clarity, balance, and with a clear mind. Okay, at the top of each year, we find ourselves at the starting line of a new running race. I hope y'all have your shoes on. You are equipped for this. You're ready for this. You have trained for this by going through all that you recently overcame. You are ready. Now is the time to go. Recall the movie Man on Fire with Denzel Washington. One part of his role in the movie was to train the young lady to go immediately at the sound of the gunshot. She would flinch instead of flexing into the water as a swimmer. She wasn't the fastest swimmer, but the slowest to move at the she was the fastest swimmer, but she was the slowest to move at the sound of the go. Like at the sound of the gunshot, she was the slowest to get off of the bricks, right? The block. To get off the block in our own lives, we first need to get into a winning position. All right. Not only that, we must be in position and ready at the time that the gunshot sounds. Okay. So December is the month used to get into position to do whatever needs to be done so you are ready for the next level, next lap, and the next race. And if you're not ready now, as we are in January, use this time now. Don't beat yourself up, y'all. If you're not ready now for what's next, get ready now. Use this month as your preparation. If you did not use December or 2024, start again. You can always start again, okay? Once we have prepared and are in position for the race, often we think we've done the hard work, okay? We believe we can relax. We made it. Let's be clear. The training is not the work. The training should be the fun part. The work is what you do before you go forward. It's the beginning of the execution, the preparation before the execution, because if you fail to prepare, then you are prepared to fail, okay? And just like the character mentioned above, she was trained and in position, but once she got there, she had to loosen up, okay? We must be ready to run as soon as the sounder goes off, okay? Whatever way you want your life to go, you must run in that direction towards the end of the mark. Don't stop running. Don't doubt yourself. Don't question yourself, right? Kill all of that negativity and run forward, right? Most people who run do so to clear their minds and to gain clarity. They run to find peace and balance in their lives. You can't run this race and try to figure out what to do next or which way to go next, y'all. So some of us get ready and we're like, okay, I'm going. Wait, I got to do this. Hold on, I got to do that. Wait a minute, let me fix this. Wait, I got to tweak that. Stop it. Stop it. Just run. Just run your race, okay? Use December or now as a stepping stone. Use it to find the map and figure out which route is best for you, right? So do your work. This is a year-long run. It's a cross-country transition, right? If you want your life to change, we're in a long run for this, okay? It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, okay? It is a push toward your destiny. The run could also be your destiny because you never know what will happen while you're on that journey, okay? Many times, people will discount the journey that they're on when, in fact, the run is the journey. It is the achievement itself that you're doing it. Like one of my therapists used to always say, you're doing the thing. You're doing the thing. So don't discredit yourself when you're going forward in something, y'all. Don't discredit yourself when you're still on that path and on that journey. And I'm guilty of it. I am guilty of like acting like I ain't do nothing because I don't feel I've done anything, because I'm so focused on the end that I'm forgetting that right now I'm reaching these milestones. Don't discredit yourself or overlook the work you are putting in on your journey, okay? The beginning of each new year is no time to go into it with false ideas of it being your best year yet. It's the time to say, I'm going to make things happen. Lord, help me. I've prayed. I've consulted God on what I'm supposed to do. He has equipped me. He's blessed me with all I need. And though I may not have everything I think I need, I have all I need and more to make it to where I'm going. Okay? So now's the time to maneuver what you must. Rest, relax, enjoy, and breathe. And practice your breathing. Practice how you handle things and situations, because challenges will come while you are on that run, while you're on your life's journey. Challenges will come, okay? We must practice how we breathe through those tough times and breathe through them, because they will try to offset us, y'all, okay? Things will be thrown into our paths, and we must learn how to jump over obstacles, under hurdles, through different situations, and just keep going. Y'all, keep going. Flex. Don't flinch, okay? Don't get all tightened up. No, flex. Just flex it out. Stretch it out, all right? Get in there. It's go time. This next year is about to be an amazing year and such a hard push of a year. But will it be rewarding? It should be rewarding for you, okay? We are getting into the Olympics of our lives right now, and we must be ready. Find out for yourself what people do before they run a long race, right before, the month before. How can you better prepare your mind, your body, and your soul for what's about to take place? Are you open to receiving the blessings God has for you along the way? Are you open to changing your mindset? Are you open to connecting to the people you need to connect with? Are you open to getting to your destination? Like, for real, do you really want it? Are you open to that, to getting there? Okay? Are you open to the fact that you can win? And I know, y'all, when I was talking to people last year, and even myself, it's easy to get discouraged, but are you open to winning? What if you win? You know? What if you already have the victory? Are you open to the fact that the enemy can't stop you? Can't stop you. Distract you, maybe. Stop you, no. No. So be open. Believe the best. Walk into the newness of life. Invest in yourself. Invest in your future. Invest in your family, y'all. Be world class. Be unstoppable. It is go time. Flex, don't flinch. Stalk your destiny, and remember, everything you want to become, you already are, y'all. So let's step into your wealth of life. All right, that was again from Permeate, my book Permeate. Rants and lessons on life and love. All of my books can be found at stalkyourdestiny.com. Okay, y'all? So now I wanted to share with you guys the word for the year for 2025 with Stalk Your Destiny. Oh, and if you have any questions, comments, anything you wanted to chime in about what I was just reading, what I was just sharing with you guys, feel free to put that in the chat, put them in the comments. Excuse me, whatever you need to do. for that purpose. Let me see. Now, the word for the year for 2025 with Stalk Your Destiny, the word for the year is reframe. Reframe. Okay. And let me see. I got to find reframe, of course, is an acronym. Okay. But reframing in definition, this is not Webster's definition. This is just me paraphrasing it. It's about taking a situation that may have not been in your favor and changing the narrative, okay? Changing how you view things, right? And so that's important in this year because, again, challenges are going to happen. Life's going to happen, and they're going to arise, right? Challenges are going to arise. Or we can just play the victim, from the year before and say, oh, you have no idea how bad the year was for me. Like whatever we do, that pity party thing, leave that shit alone. We're going to leave that alone. We're going to reframe the narratives of what we've been through. We're going to face the truth about what things are in this year. And we're going to go from there with that. Okay. So with reframe, breaking it down as an acronym, right? It means the first R is for Romans 8:28, which says that in all things, God works to the good of those who love the Lord, or all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord. Okay. The E stands for emerge. Okay. Emerge, come up out of, right? And I put Isaiah 60 verse 1 is the reference. Therefore, arise, shine, for the light, your light has come and the glory of the Lord is upon you, right? So emerge, know that all things work together and get up and let your light shine, right? The F in reframe is for faith, funding, and finance, right? We have to have faith for funding and for finance, and it has to do with providing for yourself and your business and growing in that as well as living well, okay? The next R is for radiate. I said, shine your lights. Don't be afraid to be who you are this year. Reframe your narrative by making you the star of your own show, not selfishly, but in a manner to where you don't forget you. In a manner where you don't dim your light because someone else thinks it's too bright. In a manner where you're not showing off, you're being who you are authentically and transparent about it. Okay, so radiate is the R. The next A says affirm yourself. Okay, again, this is not about selfish ambitions, but affirming yourself in that call a thing, right? That's something I learned in therapy too. Call a thing. And affirming yourself means that it's okay for me to say I'm brilliant. It's okay for me to say I am different. It's okay for me to say I'm a mess right now. Now, me being a mess right now, saying that it's okay for me to be a mess right now. I'm affirming myself. I'm validating my own feelings. I don't have to have someone else's validation of me being okay that I'm a mess right now. Because then if I acknowledge it, I can fix it. I can change it, right? So affirm yourself. Stop seeking outside validation for things that you either need to change, grow in, or accept and walk in and shine your light, in those things. Don't have any shame about that type of thing, okay? The M in reframe is for momentum. Momentum, positively building forward towards whatever it is you're working for or hoping for, okay? And that's important to have that momentum because we can go forward in things and lose momentum while we're going forward. We lose our optimism. And so having that momentum when you think about reframing your life in 2025, it's just about remaining positive along the way. No, not discounting your journey. And then the E, the final E in reframe is for evolve, because everything I just said was about growing to be a better you, but growing from the inside out, letting your light radiate and shine from the inside out so that others may see your light, others may grow and change. And the world can be a little more beautiful. I love the song, What the World Needs Now is Love, Sweet Love. That's the only thing that there's just too little of. And it really is. And it's really sad. So learn to love yourself a little bit more. Let it be okay for you to love yourself properly, and allow that love to flow into the lives of other people so that they may be free to love themselves a little bit more as well, and maybe even love others better, y'all. Okay? So if you'd like to be a sponsor to this show, if you'd like to sponsor an ad on the Tea Time with Tara show live and on air, send me an email at teatimewithtara, that's TEA TARAH, I'm sorry, TEA, time with Tara, TARAH, at gmail.com. And I can get you our sponsorship packages. You can choose from any package from as little as $50 a month to $500 a month, depending on which package you would like to sponsor and how much ad space you need. You can get an ad for your business, your product, your service. If you simply want to just shout out the show and be of support, if you have an event coming up, whatever you'd like us to advertise for you here on this show. Like I said, we had over 180,000 listeners just last week. And so we hope that number continues to grow. So go ahead and send me an email at teatimewithtara@gmail.com, and I will send you over sponsorship package information. If you love the show and you just want to support it, you just want to send a donation in, you may not want to sponsor an ad, then you can do that at Cash App with hashtag Stalk Your Destiny. That's STALK, Your Destiny. You can do that at Venmo at Stalk Your Destiny. And you can do that at paypal.me/Stalk Your Destiny. That's paypal.me/Stalk Your Destiny. Those are the places where you can send in your donations to just support the show. Again, thank you guys for tuning in today. I pray that this episode, it was a little different than what we've been doing because I went from a different book. Next week, we will be back with Earthly Branches. I don't know which devotional yet, but I will announce it on next Monday. All right. And so I hope that this encouraged you today to get your year started off right. You know, I hope it was what you needed. Don't forget to believe in yourself. Okay. Don't forget to find your own balance and listen to you and do what you need with yourself, right? So that you can be your best self, and then you can give that to the world or share that with the world as you wish. All right, y'all. Let me. So this has been Tea Time with Tara, live and on air. I am your host, Tara M. Williams, the voice of faith, hope, love, and leadership, y'all. Here we discuss business and Bible basics. We believe you have a voice and it needs to be heard. Be sure to head over to my YouTube page, y'all. Please head over to YouTube at Stalk Your Destiny. Like it, subscribe, share it with somebody. Check out season 1 and season 2 of the Tea Time with Tara show, where I interview guests on what they need for their journeys to stalk their destiny. Something else for y'all to be encouraged by. And tell somebody to tune in every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are here on BFAM 1096.com. Okay. And if you wanted to connect with me on social media, you can connect with me on IG at Stalk Your Destiny Official. Or you can just follow me on Facebook at Tara M. Williams. I believe that's it for my social media. I'm on TikTok now. I did forget that. I am on TikTok now at Stalk Your Destiny. Okay. So again, I am Tara M. Williams, the voice of faith, hope, love, and leadership. This has been Tea Time with Tara, live and on air. I'll be back with y'all next Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then.
Destiny. destiny.
Every time it's on everything, the life you choosing, I'm cheddering. No matter the form of the weaponry, gotta keep stalking my destiny. Time's getting worse, I'm bettering. My sin is secure, ain't no tethering. I ain't gonna stop till I rest in peace and they put a hold on my great lettering. Every time, I ain't lay back unless I'm in my 300. Circle is little, cause I keep it 100. Minus my issues, I'm so hard when I'm on it. 100% ain't enough, I get 200. Every time, know what I'ma run from. I'm that one opponent, you don't want none from. Manual van where my strength get pumped from. So let's go ride to the child of God. Standing toe to toe, no hiding out. The Lord is with me, you can't fight the rock. I got the sauce, you want my to hide. The destiny mine, I'ma stalk it out. The strength is after you just bought it out. Your giant carcass, I'ma walk it out. You gon' be wishing that you wouldn't have called me out. Cause every time be on that throw down, let's get us a showdown. Come and get some, I got another go around. Big as it is, so hard they go down. Since destiny something we can't change, but quitting will stop you from great gains. And faith will make capable great things. I done decided to break pain. Lives around and call me on my A game, so speed like the A train. The path that I'm stalking on, I gotta maintain. All by myself, I don't gang bang. When you wanna get in my crown, then I'm down every time, not just now and then. Yeah, I heard you got your thousands, but me, yo, I got my 10,000s. God gave me dreams doing that I would chase them.
I'm steady chasing, I'm staying focused on what I'm gonna be. I'm making it up, but I won't lose hope. 'Cause I'm still stuck in my destiny. I'm still stuck in my destiny.